it going? Welcome back to the channel. This morning I'm on my way to Lichfield to have a crank hub solution fitted to my M4. About a week ago I had the car flashed by boot mode, thereby increasing its power and torque. And as most of you guys are aware, with the S55 engine, which is found in the M3, the M4, the F87 M2 competition pack, there's a weak point to the engine, which is the crank hub. And especially if your car is tuned and it's got more torque going through the engine, that weak spot is then even weaker to a point. I've done quite a bit of background sort of homework on this. Now some people say that, you know, it's kind of a luck of the draw really, you know, stock cars can fail as well. I've not really had any issues like that in the past. I wouldn't say I'm an aggressive driver that, you know, goes for those aggressive downshifts or anything like that. So theoretically my car should be quite sound, but it's now playing at the back of my mind, like I mentioned in my previous video, which you can watch over here, where I flashed my car with boot mode, that I did say that I might be looking at a crank hub solution. Now here's a picture of the crank hub, and as you can see, you've got these two sprockets, and the timing of the engine is based upon one of the sprockets over here. And what can happen is when you are going for that complete hard downshift, or you know, you've got all of that torque going through it, the timing can slip, and that can lead to some catastrophic failure of the engine by the valves hitting into the piston heads, and therefore, you know, a huge bill. So there are two solutions. The first one is that you can go for a complete crank hub fix, which would mean that you replace the whole crank hub. It's a big job, and you replace it for one, which is a one-piece crank hub by a number of companies. I think there's quite a few out there that do it. The downside of that is that obviously it's quite an expensive job to do, but in the long run, you know, it could save you. And if you are, like, say, you know, an aggressive driver and you're always going for that hard downshift all the time, like kicking down and having all of that torque, you know, going through the engine, then yes, that's the ultimate way to protect your engine. So the alternative to a full crank hub fix is a capture plate that you can now fit into the existing crank hub bolt, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. As you can see from this picture, it is just a capture plate that gets bolted directly over the crank hub. That then stops it from slipping or unwinding itself because it's bolted straight over it. The worst case that can happen with the capture plate fitted is that the bolt slips, but the timing might just come out rather than the pistons smashing, like, say, the valves. So you're not going to be looking at, like, say, a full engine sort of failure. It might just mean that the timing has to be redone on the car, and that's not as bad as like a complete engine failure in my books. So I'm on my way to Lichfield right now. I'm going to hand the car to him and get the capture plate fitted. I would like to get a technician involved and talk us through the whole process, but obviously because of COVID and social distancing, I don't think that's going to be possible. But I will time lapse the whole work that's going to be taking place on the car anyway, for you guys to see what that kind of process looks like. So there you go guys, I've now got the car back from Lichfield and I'm on my way back home. I just had a little chat with the technician who fitted the capture plate to the car. He's given me a bit of confidence around the work that he's obviously done, and also how many capture plates he's fitted, and he hasn't really seen, you know, any one of them fail so far, which is always quite good. So one of the benefits of having the capture plate fitted from Lichfields is that if in the unlikely event your crank hub fails while you got the capture plate on, which has been fitted from Lichfields, they will offer you the complete fix and they will knock off the price of the capture plate from the complete fix. So, you know, it's a bit of like an insurance policy, I suppose. So I'd just like to say a huge thanks to the team at Lichfield who were able to accommodate me and get me booked in and have the capture plate fitted to my car. The whole process took like about a couple of hours. You know, it was literally just like turn up, wait, and you know, off you go kind of thing. So it wasn't like, you know, you're dropping your car off and picking you up on another day. It is quite a small job compared to like the full solution, which is the, you know, the replacement crank hub. That might be something I might do in the future, but to be honest with you, if they've given me like quite a lot of confidence in what they've done with the capture plate today, then, you know, I'll just see how it goes. So guys, if you have found this video informative and useful, and you're thinking about having a crank hub solution to your car fitted, whether it's a capture plate or the full fix, then definitely check out Lichfield. I will leave all of their details in the description below, and hopefully guys, I shall see you on the next one. Take care, bye.